Guys, so I didn't even know he had one, but Brock Lesnar has a daughter. She's
Oh.
21. Her name's Mya Lesnar.
Mhm.
Dude, she kind of looks like him, and she's yoked, and she goes to Colorado State University. She just broke their record for shot put with 18.5 meters. Dude, she's 21. She also ranked one at whatever the weight throw is at the Indoor Mountain West Championships. She's number 3 at shot put for the Indoor and Outdoor Conference Championships, but like I guess not really much was known about her because a lot of it's like private because
He's a very private guy.
yeah. But like so she posted it on her private Instagram account, but somebody leaked it and like put the photos out and everything. And like, dude, I didn't even know he had a daughter, and
No,
she's
same.
breaking
I
all
knew
these
he had
records.
sons.
Dude, she's a beast. Look
Nah,
at
Dude,
for
she
the people in the know, we absolutely knew, and they've been because I mean, she can't just go to a place like it's what Colorado State, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
Colorado State. She goes to
you can't just go to an enormous college like that. Be Brock Lesnar's daughter, and when they see Lesnar, when you pick up the picture, Matt, I mean, this broad is jacked.
Yeah.
So like,
know what the first thing that
She
went
gonna
into
she
my
looks
mind
exactly like him. Yeah.
The first thing that went to my mind was, dude, do you think she'll fight? Like one
Oh,
day, do you think she'll fight?
Nah, I don't think so.
Dude, she's also. Do you remember Sable?
I remember Sable.
That's Brock Lesnar's wife.
So that's her
Really?
daughter.
Yeah, so it's
You
Brock
think it's that
Lesnar
daughter?
and Sable. Yeah, isn't that's his only
I have no idea.
baby mama, isn't it?
Really?
no
I
idea
did
about
not
that.
know that.
It makes more sense now
Brock
because
Lesnar's married to
Sable was an
Sable.
athlete.
Yeah, Sable
and
had
Brock's
like
a freak.
She was
Hell
like
yeah.
yeah.
Hell yeah, she was hot and jacked.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no wonder the daughter. No wonder the daughter's breaking records. She's got some killer genes. You know what
listen,
I mean?
yeah. I don't want to be mean, but God always lets us. You know, you can't win at every sport, so He definitely didn't give her the Sable looks gene. He just gave her the athletic gene. I mean, if you've seen her, she almost looks albino.
First off, we're big fans of Brock Lesnar and support everything he does, and we think he has a wonderful family. And I don't want to say anything bad about Brock Lesnar.
You know what?
Or his
Your
daughter.
tattoo looks like a giant dick on your chest, and you ain't shit. Cut that.
Well, he's here right now.
No. Jesus Christ, cut that. Jesus
Never
Christ.
see Steve again.
Yo.
Why, can we look, it's the rhino in the room. Does he not have the worst tattoo you've ever seen on his chest? He could have got
it is so stupid.
It is terrible.
Yeah, that one is kind of.
What asshole did you let put a penis on your chest?
Was it supposed to be in like a knife,
sword,
like a sword or something?
A sword, yeah. It looks so big, and he was rich when he got it. Like,
yeah, it's not great. You're right.
You're right. You had money. You didn't get it in college.
Could you imagine being Mark Marrow, who was Sable's first husband? Right, like she left Mark Marrow to go be with Brock Lesnar.
Dude, you just chalk that one up to like, you know,
what do you
it is
do?
what it is. Some things in life are out of your control.
And that's one of them.
That becomes one of them.
Yeah,
dude.
you find out your wife is cheating on you with Brock Lesnar. Yeah. You're like, well, it's not my wife anymore.
Yeah,
so
you just be like,
go.
let the cards fall where they may, dude, because you ain't doing nothing about that.
Yeah, dude, he you heard the story of like, you know, of Brock Lesnar, like, because he lives in like deep Canada in the middle of nowhere, and there's stories of like he takes his sons to the river, and they were like 5 and 6 years old, and he just threw them in the river, right, without teaching them how to swim, and like that's how you learn how to swim. You get thrown in the river.
Dude,
right?
Imagine that's your dad. Imagine
that's the kind of thing he does. Well, imagine your dad's
that's
Brock
crazy.
Lesnar.
That's what I mean.
You know?
That's what I mean. Imagine he personally is your dad. That's nuts.
You guys, we don't have to imagine too much, because if you just dummy and not quite Brock size but very close is The Rock. His dad. This is what his sons are gonna turn to. Remember how big his dad was, The Rock? Old school,
I just watched something on The Rock.
Yes,
he was on Rogan, right?
Yeah, he was awesome.
Yeah, that's where I watched it.
Rocky Johnson sparred with Ali and Foreman. He was a real, he was a shoot fighter.
Absolutely yoked in his prime.
Yeah,
absolute specimen. Yeah, of course, his son that followed him around everywhere turned into the fucking Rock.
Did you know, like Teddy Atlas was his tag team partner, and they were both just monsters. They were the first ever African American or first ever black tag team champions.
Tag team champions. Yep.
Yeah, what sucks is back then they didn't make shit. So
you know what they made? You know what they made? Enough money to get high, because that's all you on the road. high, not even by.
It's well
You're doing
documented.
drugs for the pain. Yeah, you're doing drugs for the pain.
It's well documented that that The Rock's dad like kind of screwed over Vince on a deal and got barred from WWE
and got fucked for it. Yeah, he did.
And he lost. Dude, they were the WWE.
So ironic he becomes how big he was.
Yeah, well, he was a WWF at the time. WWF tag team champions. WWF was the biggest ones. First ever black tag team champs. Like these guys were living like when he was with WWF, living high on the hog. Right, like doing great. They ran his family.
Easy on the great. They lived in a small apartment, and he was gone all the time. But
but like he was at the time they ran the Hawaii territory, and like he was doing really like able to like they had like a good life. You know what I mean? And like then he backstabs Vince. He goes from playing at performing at Madison Square Garden to Bethlehem, Pennsylvania at the flea market doing matches there. You know what I mean? Like like
signing autographs.
His fall from grace went real bad, and that's like The Rock had to live through that. That's pretty tough, But I mean,
and what he did, he became the greatest. He became the richest man on earth.
Yeah, who legit. I mean, if you listen to the Rogan interview, he talks about. He doesn't say he was they talked to him about being president, right? And how like they presented the results,
the data.
Yeah,
the data.
Like, dude, he's popular enough, and everyone hated everybody else. Like,
they wanted him to run with Oprah. They wanted Oprah to be the vice president to The Rock. What are we doing in America? What is happening?
Dude, I mean, they would have won.
100%.
But seriously, I don't want that to be what this like devolves into, and then like our movie stars become who runs.
Taylor Swift and fucking Travis Kelce are next.
I mean, you guys.
That is a slippery slope.
I mean, here we go.
Have you guys ever heard of a guy named Ronald Reagan?
Reagan smash.
I'm sorry. Have you ever heard of a guy who played a piano with his dick? His name's Zelensky, and is taking all your tax dollars. He literally became president, was a comedian, and there's footage of him in a comedic act playing the piano with his pistol.
Dick.
He's whacking the keys with his wanger.
That kind of makes me like him. That he did.
Oh, he's fucking. He's actually funny. He was funny. He was funny.
But I'm saying, like,
that sounds funny.
A movie star has been president before and was successful.
Not a movie star. He was smacking.
No, Reagan was a movie star.
Oh yeah. I was gonna say, name a guy who pulls his dick out and beats it off piano keys.
I mean, but
and then becomes the president of his country.
Dude, he's also in Eastern Europe. That's a weird.
Within 10 years, he playing the piano with his dick. Next thing you know, he's getting $100 billion from America.
He was playing piano with his dick on a show where he was a regular guy that became president. And
that's so wild.
He was a regular guy that became president, and we lost $6 billion to him.
We accidentally gave.
No, there's a bull. There's a bull in Argentina who puts all of them to shame. The guy who just won in Argentina is a fucking psycho. We'll talk about him next week.
Oh yeah.